Well, Ren, could you say a little bit about yourself?
Uh, yes, glad to see you, Nathan. I'm a little bit worried. uh, my name is Ren. I'm from Russia. I'm a video producer and video editor. Uh, I work in TAS. It's Inform agency.
And
Mm,
what are some of your hobbies and other interests? Like, do you like
mhm,
do you like to go hiking or camping or
mhm.
reading books? What are some other interests you have?
I like my job is my hobby too. I like to edit videos in different thematics, in different topics. I uh, I do it in my job and in my hobby. And the space is um, is very interesting thing for me. Mm, and I love all what links to it.
Awesome. It is an amazing thing when your job and hobby can be the same,
Mm.
when you have that passion for it.
Yes, it's very interesting, and mm, I have an Instagram account where I link people who also love space. I Just a second. Uh, I'm gathering people uh, who had applied to the Moon project uh, and collect them stories.
Oh, what is the name of the Instagram account?
The Moon team,
Oh, Dear Moon Team.
the Moon team. It's a small account, but there is 40 people who join our Telegram chat, and it's very live chat. We uh, talk every day. It's very interesting. There are mm, mm, architects, astronomers, uh, just space lovers, uh, video producers, musicians. It's very interesting chat of like-minded people.
Um, I guess the Dear Moon project is going to be selecting the people soon. Do you have an idea on uh, who they might be selecting?
What?
Uh, do when will they select the people for the Dear Moon project?
Uh, when it will be? In 2023, Demon crew go around the moon and back, and it's very amazing. All of us in our Diamond team, uh, all of us want to go there.
What do you think the experience would be like? What do you think you would see and feel?
I think it's unbelievable experience to look at our world, our humans world outside. As said Russian poet Sergei Yesenin, the great things are you can you can see great things only at a distance.
Ah, I'll have to write that down. Um,
And
how did you find out about the Dear Moon project?
uh, I I find it in social networks, and I immediately joined to it. Uh, take um, how it is? I can't formalize what I want to say. Um, let's I speak about um, why I interested in space.
Yes.
When I was a child, it's a childhood dream, and when I was a child, um, my mom and my father uh, lived in a different places, and when I uh, go to my father on holidays, we always seen at stars in a telescope, and we reading books about space, uh, reading sci-fi literature about space, aliens, and other. And it was just a childhood dream to go to the space. Uh, and now I think it's time has come uh, that many people can have opportunity to go to the space, because it starts commercial flying, like Dear Moon, like Inspiration 4, and it's starts new era in space flights. I saw uh, some of your interviews, and it's amazing. Mm, my friend Alex Ananin interview with you, have an interview with you.
And his wife and son.
Yes, yes, it's his wife and son. I love this, and I also want to meet you.
I really appreciate that. I hope someday to actually get to travel to Russia and maybe meet people in person. That would be neat.
Yes, it's very interesting. You is a very interesting person, and your interview, uh, you can. When I saw it, I thought that you can open people, um, то есть получается раскрыть. By the theme of space, you can tell the stories about people. You can show them from different angles.
Absolutely.
from different views.
It is amazing to talk to some people and get a sense of how big the universe is in their mind, whether or not it's only the Earth, or whether or not they can kind of sense, that the universe is a huge place with so many stars
Mhm,
and so many planets. And
mhm,
it's kind of, I feel like that if more people kind of knew the size and scale of the universe and how little bit the piece the Earth was of it, they would be more open to trying to expand out and discover more of it.
mhm. Every people like a small space, like a planet in our universe. And space is really interesting that it's thing that can unite people, uh, that can lift up humanity on the next level.
It could, like any great project done together, but um, I sometimes worry that countries who want to compete in space, instead of trying to compete by outdoing each other and going further than each other, might try to
Mhm.
compete by sabotaging or restricting their opponent.
Yes, sometimes it's like a competition, uh, and it's more economics and politician theme. And but I think it's one way to unite different people, unite different countries uh, to explore the space. The space is like a test for humans, test of curiosity. Um, and we need to um, unite, unite for life.
Um,
And when different countries mm, can't, just a second, I open Google Translate. Так, when, секундочку. When countries can't agree with each other, it's very sad thing.
it seems, you know, when you look at trade policy and democracy and um, kind of like the environment, there's a lot of disagreement between countries. But then whenever you look at like the ability to have commercial aircraft travel the world and the amount of coordination and work that it requires, it gives me great hope that we need more things to be like the commercial airline travel around the world, where an American airline can go and land in Moscow, and Russian airlines can
Mhm,
come and land in Houston, and it all works out. It's really really neat.
mhm. And your project is very interesting because it's so many time, so many people in it.
I
And
just had my 500th interview last week.
amazing, amazing. Uh, What um, what the main thing that people say to you about their mm, mm, just a second. What do people most often tell you about space, about their inspiration?
Most of the people that are interested in space had either a teacher or a parent introduce them to it, and that's what made them excited about it. Um, and I think a lot of people that are interested in space have that vision of humanity branching out into the rest of the solar system, creating a base on the moon, a city on Mars, you know, places on the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, creating big space structures. But I've also talked to a lot of people who don't believe that our investments in space are a good thing, that there's like basically two different things that I've heard them say. One is, why are we trying to expand out to space when we have so many problems here on Earth, like global climate change and poverty and war? And then I've also heard a few people, not many, say we've messed up the Earth. We should not mess up the moon too, which is kind of an
Mhm,
interesting thought.
mhm. I in first group of people. I think that it's um, it's the one way. We just need to explore space. Just need to explore Moon and then Mars, and it's one thing that well can unite people. Uh, and your project, I think very mm, it's very it's very important, um, and it's very interesting. But people mm, can't to see all of your interviews. Uh, Maybe it will be some uh, method to grab the most interesting interviews in one video or special site of the most interesting interviews.
Absolutely. Like some type of documentary, maybe. I was thinking before making a film about the project that I
Mhm,
should make it a little bit easier to find certain types of videos. I was thinking about having a web page where you can choose, I want to watch a short one, a medium length one, or a long one. I want to see somebody
mhm,
that's pro space or anti space, or I like
mhm,
to see somebody that you interviewed in person or online, or somebody
mhm,
from this country or from that country. And then, you know, you can click these buttons and then it would show you the interviews from those spots. And then
mhm,
maybe have people say which ones are more interesting and which ones, you know, are less appealing to them.
mhm. Yes, it will be cool. Different uh, views, different views from different countries.
Hmm.
It's
And
mhm. It's cool base for documentary film.
And
Uh,
different age groups too.
Yes, даже even not just film. You can also make a community of people.
Maybe I have other people go and interview other people, like some type of project. It'd be a really huge collection then.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And from my side, I can help you to edit videos, for example. It's very interesting.
I definitely need help.
We can uh, chat in Telegram or Instagram. I saw your profile in the Insta gadget mate.
Yes, that's me. I'm also on Telegram too.
Hmm.
Um, um, yeah, our 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 friend in Morocco, Anan, he told me about Telegram. Yeah,
Hmm.
so
And we can connect in here. When I use Google Translator, I better understand, and it's more uh, mm, our uh, talk is more useful.
I actually interviewed a person in Russia using Google Translate. It was a
Mhm.
difficult experience because Google Translate would start translating as soon as the speaker would pause. So like you're thinking of something, but you haven't completed it. When you said I'm thinking of something, it would start translating I'm thinking of something and wouldn't listen to the rest of it. So it was very frustrating
Mhm.
from that standpoint. But and then the audio setup wasn't good. He couldn't hear the Google Translate um, as well as he could hear me. So, but I feel like with just a little bit more work, Google Translate could allow for a really smooth experience. It needs to be integrated into Zoom to really work,
Mhm.
I think.
Yes, it will be interesting if it's integrated in Zoom or other visual uh, chats. Maybe in Google Glasses, if it is Google Translator in it, uh, which can online uh, translate right, it's a very beautiful thing will be.
Have you ever heard of a fiction book called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Uh, what can I say again, please?
It's a book called
Mhm.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No, I hadn't.
It's a really funny book. I definitely recommend reading it. But in it, they have an invention called the Babel fish. So it's like a little fish that you can put in your ear, and it can
Mhm.
translate any other person's language into so you can
Mhm.
understand it. And they thought this would create lots of peace, but it turns out that when people fully understood other people, I'd actually created a lot of conflict because a lot of people were upset by other people's
Mhm.
conversations and things. So it's kind of funny.
Nathan, how I can find you in Telegram?
Oh, Telegram. That is a good question. Um, Let me see. Um, Telegram. Let's see. I am settings. Oh, Gadget Nate.
Mm. In one word,
One word
gadget night.
all
Uh-huh.
together. The same as
Okay.
Instagram. exact same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will find you.
that I've standardized that across Twitter, Instagram,
Uh,
Telegram, LinkedIn,
for
Facebook,
for all accounts.
all accounts.
Mhm.
So do you have a wife and kids?
Yes, I have a wife and two kids.
How
Two girls. One of them 8 years, and the second 4 years old.
and do they have an interest in space?
Um, mm, Small daughter for ages. She very interested in space, and she wants to be an astronaut.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter, uh, which 8 years old, uh, she's she doesn't want to be an astronaut, but we uh, see together all Starship launches together.
I imagine you're looking forward to the SN15 launch this week,
Yes,
maybe tomorrow.
maybe tomorrow. We're waiting. We're waiting
Well,
because it's a very important thing. From that depends the future
I,
and
I
the moon too, and other missions.
I mean, if Elon is able to develop the Starship and the same
Mhm,
Starship is able to launch multiple times per day, and they're building a factory there that's making multiple of them per week, I mean, the scale will be amazing. I mean, I would be able to go from Houston to
mhm,
Russia in 30 minutes, and I could fly over there. We could have our meeting, and I could fly back before anybody misses me.
mhm. Yes, like in old sci-fi books, the authors imagine that you can go to the rocket uh, and for 30 minutes go to uh, another continent.
Or go to orbit, or go to the moon, or go to Mars, all on
Mhm.
a Starship.
Yes,
Well, we should connect on Instagram for sure. Not Instagram, but Instagram and Telegram. So many grams.
yes. Thank you for opportunity to interview. It's very interesting to real see you, not only in uh, videos. It's
Yes,
cool.
same
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you too. And I look forward to staying in touch. And thank you so much
Mhm.
for signing up.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nathan.